it's Jen with Astro Tree Astrology. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about Venus. We're going to be actually starting off a little series about Venus and some Venus-y things. It's spring, love is in the air, weddings are starting. So we're going to talk about today Venus ingresses into Cancer on May 7th. And then the other videos that are going to be coming up are going to be compatibility, how to check if you're compatible with your mate or somebody that you're a love interest, and then we're going to check, maybe do a little bit of electional and see if you, what's a good day for, say, a wedding or starting something new, going on a first date. So we'll get into like some interesting things about that. So if you'd like to come with me on this journey of Venus, then please hit subscribe and like this video, and then hit the little bell and you'll get updates of future videos to come. Sorry, this is Picky, everybody. His name's Pickle, and he's a little wild today, so he might be in and out. So today, again, we're going to be talking about Venus going into Cancer early next week. So first, when we think about any kind of transits like this, we want to think about the like the key words of both of those. So the planet that's going into that sign, and then the keywords that have to go with that sign. So when you think about Venus, you think about attraction, you think about love, pleasure, all things beautiful, everything that's harmonious, you know, relationships, social ability, you know, being able to, you know, talk to people and feel confident around people. It also has to do with your money and finances. So if you think about the signs that Venus rules, we think about Libra, which is a planet of harmony. It's about justice. It's about balance. It's about relationships. Oh my God, Piggy, I'm so So I should have probably waited till Venus was in Cancer, because maybe things would be a little more harmonious around here. So anyway, so you think about Libra, and you know, it's about a lot about relationships and love and beauty. And then you think about Taurus, so also Venus rules, and Taurus again is about having all the nice things and you know, wanting the best in life, the best food, the best drinks, the best clothes, the beauty around you in everyday life when you're outdoors and taking in the beauty of flowers and, you know, gardening and just trees and leaves and all those niceties. I know, I'm taking this. Sorry, I'm taking a toy away from my cat so he quiets down a little bit. So then you think about the sign that the planet is going into. So it's going into Cancer. So when you think about Cancer, Cancer is ruled by the moon. It's very maternal. It's about instincts. It's about being protective. It's about your needs and your you know, your gut, what you're feeling in your gut. It makes you sentimental. It makes you vulnerable. It makes you emotional. A lot of the watery signs are very emotional. They're known for being emotional, especially Cancer. It's very the really deep feels there, kind of, you know, that motherly instinct. So when you think about it, it's a very harmonious, nice placement. Venus is in the sign for about 3 weeks to about a month, and it goes through each sign. So it's going to be there till about June 5th. So try and enjoy it while we can. It's going to be just a lot of calm to the intensity of the different things and aspects that have been happening as of late. So when you're thinking about this, you think of mothering, maybe good time, you know, we have even Mother's Day coming up next week. So, you know, this is all happening and around the perfect time. Maybe that's why they put Mother's Day this time of year. So Mother's Day is coming. Oh, I'm sorry. So Mother's Day is coming up next week. So it's a great time to get together with your mom, if you still have a mom, or even a mom figure, somebody, a feminine figure, a womanly figure that has nurtured you, has raised you, has given you, positive role model. It's a good time to be with that person. That's going to be all going on during this um, time. It doesn't even have to be a woman. It's just that feminine kind of nature, that nurturing, the more nurturing, parental figure. So you're even going to feel it in your own self. If you're not a mom, you're still going to feel a little more understanding of others, maybe a little bit more empathetic. So things that you're, oh God, this one again. You're going to be a little more understanding of, maybe difficulties that people are going through, and you're going to be able to relate to them and be more accepting of others' needs. So overall, the transits at this time are very fixed water. There's a lot of fixed water, a lot of Scorpio feel, especially with the full moon that's going to be happening, or the lunar eclipse in Scorpio that's going to be happening on this Friday. We're going to be really getting a lot of the deep feels, a lot of that deep Scorpio, wanting to really just kind of bond in relationships, even with, our friends. It's a great time to really kind of be out there and take care of people, just really open your heart up to people. At the same time of this ingress, we're also going to be having the sun making an applying conjunction with Uranus. So the sun is obviously in Taurus, and with the sun just moving into that conjunction with Uranus, there's just lots of planets going on in there. We still have the North Node in there, and we have Mercury in there as well, going retrograde. So that's kind of going back over some, things that we had, learned about or focused on prior. So when you think about the sun going into a conjunction with Taurus, you think about just kind of getting away from your normal routines. The sun is about, the things that drive you, and, Uranus is about a change. So do something different, maybe, as far as in relationships, do something spur of the moment, be spontaneous, be fun, maybe, it's in Taurus, so, buy your loved one a gift out of the blue. Go surprise your mom and take her to lunch for Mother's Day, and instead of just giving her a call, buy her a big bouquet of flowers. Just do something different, do something out of the ordinary, have fun with it. It's a really good aspects coming up the next couple weeks. So, really want to, use them to our advantage before we have any of, the harsher ones. So we're also going to talk about Venus and what this is going to look like and where it's going to fall in your chart. So, wherever Cancer is in your chart is where this is going to be happening. And I'm going to explain to you how to look for this and kind of what it all means. So, and you also want to look at any planets that are in Cancer. So now you're thinking as, even if you don't have any really good astrology software, you can still kind of do this in your head. So you're thinking about Venus is going to take, again, about a month or so, a little under, to go through Cancer. So depending on where your planets are, luminaries or angles, depending on where they are in Cancer, depends on about when you're really going to start feeling this stronger. So if you have, say, the sun and it's at 15 degrees, it's going to take about, a couple weeks for Venus to really hit a conjunction. Now, this is also the same for any other kind of aspects. So if you have squares, if you have something in, any of the cardinal houses, because Cancer is a cardinal house. If you have anything in the cardinal houses, those are all going to be squared. then, trines and, so squares can sometimes be a little difficult, maybe not quite as just nice and easy and flowy. Sextiles, a lot of times you don't even notice because it's just kind of just goes smooth. It's just like a nice blend. Same with trines. Unfortunately, we usually feel like the harsher stuff. Those are the things that are the most memorable to us. So when you're thinking about as it gets closer, you really want, you're going to feel this when the orb gets pretty tight. Now the orb is the degree. So if you have like the Venus is at 5 degrees of Cancer, and you have, say, your moon at 25 degrees of Cancer, that right there is a 20-degree orb. So we don't really look at that. So it has to be pretty close. So if it gets to be like at 20 degrees and then you still have your moon at 25 degrees, that's a 5-degree orb. That's when it's getting tight. That's when you're really going to be feeling it. Again, as it's coming onto that aspect, whether it's a square, whether it's a trine, whether it's a conjunction or even opposition, it's going to feel like, something's coming at you. Like, what is this? Like, as it's coming, you're going to feel the feels start happening. When it's right on top of you, it's going to be the most intense. And then as it's separating, it's going to kind of leave those residuals behind. So, if it is about the having fun, maybe, if it is something spontaneous, you're gonna build up towards it and like, oh, what are we gonna do? And we're going to do this, and then do it while that's happening, and while it's conjunct, or while it's like a tight orb. That's when you're really going to be feeling it. That's when the feelings are going to be intense. You're going to feel good. And then as it's separating, you're going to be remembering, those good feelings again, and, kind of going through it that way. So that's kind of how, the applying to separating and just the tightening of the orbs happens. So we're going to take a look at what Venus will be like through all the different houses it's going to be in depending on your rising sign. So when you're thinking about horoscopes, a lot of times I usually advise to look at more of the rising sign than the actual sun sign, because the rising sign is where your chart begins, and it will tell you where the other planets will be falling in what aspect of your life, which are the houses. So we're going to start with Cancer rising. So Cancer rising, if you have Cancer rising, it's going to be just like that. So that's going to be in your first house. So it's going to be conjunct, obviously, because it's going to be in the first house. You'll have, so that's all about your appearance and, how people see you, how you, your outlook with other people. You're going to have a more softer appearance. You're going to care more, maybe a little bit about your appearance. Put a little more effort into looking good, feeling good. You maybe feel maybe a little softer. So if you, usually wear makeup that's harsh, maybe you're going to soften it. Maybe your clothes will be a little bit, looser, finer, but like elegant. You're going to be more accepting, a little more cooperative. You're not going to only want to see things one way. So it's going to help you to kind of, see the needs of others. So then when we move into Gemini, so it kind of moves backwards I'm going to move backwards, but we'll take you through the houses. So in Gemini, it's going to be in your second house. So the second house is about income. So that's going to kind of be like an inconjunction or a semi-sextile to any planets that are in there. So it's going to be happy in the second house. The second house, like kind of in theory, is where Taurus is happy. So Taurus is the ruler of, Venus is the ruler of Taurus. So, my cat tail. So it's going to be happy there. You're going to probably enjoy spending a little bit of money, maybe going on a shopping spree, enjoy, those good things in life, and wanting to have like the beautiful things, maybe buying plants, buying some new jewelry. But, you always want to be careful that you don't overdo it. Because, good things sometimes come in small packages, so you don't want to go crazy shopping and spending money, but it actually could almost bring you some money. Venus is about money and about, good, not really as much good luck as it is goodwill, and it's a benefic in the chart. So, if you have Gemini rising, look for something, maybe financially, maybe invest in something a little bit different, maybe something lucrative will come out of it. Anyway, so then we move on to Taurus. So Taurus is going to put it in the third house. So this is going to be happening in the third house, and that is about your close acquaintances, your everyday kind of, speaking on the phone, emails, things like that, keeping in touch on social media, your, siblings, even short trips. So if you're planning on going for a short little journey, this is a great time to do it. Little kind of, day trips, kind of things like that. It'd be a great day to do something like that, great month to do something like that. Maybe kind of get back in touch with some siblings you might have lost touch with. Maybe if they've moved away, pick up your phone, give them a call. Maybe reach out to some old friends on Facebook that you haven't talked to in a while, or on any of the socials that you are using. So there's a lot about communication in there. So then we move on to Aries rising. So if you're an Aries rising, that puts it into your fourth house. So just I got my diagram here. So the fourth house is about home, your home aesthetics. You might be feeling that nostalgia, that sentimental, of the past, kind of wanting to walk down memory lane a little bit, getting in touch with your parents, your family, your roots, and enjoying those things. Maybe, freshening up your house, spring cleaning, making everything feel nicey and cleaned out and opened up and fresh again. It's kind of the feel that I get with, maybe even visit someplace you used to go to when you were young. Just all those nostalgia. It would be a great thing to do if you have Aries rising and have Venus would be crossing your fourth house. So then if you have Pisces rising, this would be obviously the first house. So this would put the Cancer into the fifth house. So the fifth house, perfect house for Venus to be going through, because it's about dating and having fun and heightened creativity, finding the beauty around you and being creative within it. You're going to elude sexuality, sensuality. Maybe you'll find a new love interest. Maybe you'll spark up some fun with your current love interest. Go on some fun dates. Maybe that spur of the moment's going to be to get you, to go someplace different. We always go out to dinner. Let's go bowling, or let's do something crazy. Let's go on a hike. Get outside, maybe even, it's Pisces, take a bath together, go to, get a room with a jacuzzi, you get some watery feels in there. That's water, you want to do something watery and something, that's going to make you feel nice and calm and fun. So then we have Aquarius. So Aquarius is your rising sign. Is going to put Cancer in your sixth house. So you might feel a little bit lazy. You might, if you're a big person into working out, you might not want to as much. You might want to just cuddle up instead, and maybe cuddle up with your loved one and be more about that, laying on the couch watching a good movie. Maybe your work and your teamwork within your everyday working life is going well. Everyone's getting along, everyone's working together, teamwork makes the dream work, and all the good feels in that area. So you want to even, ignore that negativity. You can actually project the good feels onto other people if you project positivity. So, in your everyday life, even in yourself and your health, because this is also about health, projecting good thoughts about your health could make you feel better inside. So then we have Capricorn. So Capricorn and the rising sign is going to put, Cancer is the opposite, so that's going to make it in the 7th house. 7th house is all about partnerships, relationships. If you have kind of like a stagnant marriage, maybe it'll give it a little pep, maybe it'll give it a little fun, a little bit easier. Maybe if you've been arguing, you're going to be able to work things out, you're going to be able to compromise a little bit better. Also, if you're in a kind of a steady relationship, maybe this will be what's going to push that over the edge, and it's going to push that person to maybe, make it a little bit more secure. Maybe they're going to pop the question. Maybe you're going to get married. Any of those fun things. It'd be a great time to do it. So if you are planning on getting married in this time and you have Capricorn rising, or if Capricorn rising's the rising sign in your electional chart for the day of your wedding, that's a beautiful sign. You have Venus passing through. Again, we're going to get into electional charts on an upcoming video. Best time to for marriage and stuff. So then we move on and we have Sagittarius rising. So when you have Sagittarius rising, it puts Cancer into the 8th house. This again is about deepening affections. Really, if there is somebody that you're close with, maybe really getting deep with them, finding things out, get to know them on that deeper, more intense level. It's about those deep kind of feelings. A lot of Scorpio in there, so that's kind of the, is where Scorpio's happy. So they, you might get those scorpionic feelings of kind of that deep, like, I just want to know everything about this person, and I just want to, find out the things I can. And, it also could be about, your partner's money. Maybe your partner is going to be doing well and he's going to be sharing that with you. Maybe he's going to be buying you gifts and, I just did so well at work, I got a promotion, and they're going to share that. It's a lot with other people's money. It also has to do with inheritance. So hopefully it's, an inheritance that maybe you were expecting and no sudden horrible deaths that come along. We do have Pluto doing some things, but hopefully it's all in the positive. But it's another that has to do with money. So, maybe look for something like that. So then we have Scorpio rising. So when we have Scorpio rising, it's going to put it into the 9th house. So the 9th house, it's a great time to travel. The 9th house is about long distance travel. So if you're thinking, if you've had that, honeymoon planned, say you are getting married and then you're going on your honeymoon, if it's a destination wedding, or if it's just, you planned on going on this big far vacation, maybe to Europe or anywhere that's like a little farther distance. Great time to be doing something like that. And then, it also, it could mean meeting someone from another country. So even if you don't go to another country, it always could, be that, maybe you're talking online, maybe someone reaches out to you, they're from another country, and you form kind of a friendship or a bond. Maybe you'll be a 90-Day Fiance type thing if you watch that show. I do. But I think about that in this instance. So if you are a Scorpio rising and that puts it into your 9th house, then maybe you'll be a 90-Day Fiance. Who knows? Then if you have Libra rising, I'm gonna turn. So Libra rising is going to put Cancer into your 10th house. I know I'm not quite all the way around. There, that's better. So that's the highest part in your chart. That's about your social skills, your reputation, your career, the things that you really work to earn. So when you have this, maybe you'll get a little boost in your career. Maybe you'll get a promotion. Maybe you'll get a raise even. Libra is, again, a sign that is ruled by Venus, so there's money in there, very cohesive, go together nicely, so, be a nice little, it's a square, but it's a nice square. You know, if your MC is up there, then especially, maybe, if you reputation will get a boost, you'll do something that, everyone will be talking about, oh, agenda today, it was great, and everyone will just, kind of just gather around you, and you'll feel good. Take that pride in yourself. So we have Virgo rising. Virgo is going to put Cancer into your 11th house. That's going to make you a social butterfly. It's going to be sextile with your ascendant. So you're going to be, maybe getting out with groups, really kind of interacting with a lot of people at once, getting out there, having some drinks with friends, maybe even meeting someone in a group setting, or getting fixed up by, with somebody, from somebody within your close group settings. Also, it could be a great time to start any internet-based endeavors. It's a lot to do with kind of internet communication and kind of going out to the masses, instead of where the third house is more kind of, talking emails and close connections. This is more outer connections, almost like YouTube video. So if you're thinking about starting something like that, this might be a great time to do it. So try it. Why not? Can't hurt, right? So then finally we have Leo, and that is putting Venus into your 12th house. So now this is a time for some soul searching, kind of really getting to know you, kind of seeing what you want. This is Cancer, so we want to feel our own feels instead of always taking care of somebody else. Let's take care of us for a change. If you do have any, this one, I kind of see a little bit more strife. If you have any secrets in the relationship, any infidelity, things like this might come out. Or, maybe you're going to be a little more introverted. So still could be good. Take care of yourself in all, wherever this is in your chart. Take care of yourself. Have a great month. And please, again, subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell so you can get all the new videos that we're going to have coming up on Venus and love and springtime fun. So I hope to see you soon. Have a great month and have a great week. See you soon. Bye.